To check out the myth of the Goat Man. Today I spoke with people in the area who told me this myth has taken the lives of many people over the years.
Welcome to Goat Man's Bridge in Denton, Texas.
A House Oversight and Accountability Subcommittee held a historic hearing on unidentified anomalous phenomena, also known as UFOs.
And he says, I started to go ahead and shoot it, but he got to thinking that wasn't the smartest thing.
Retired Navy Commander David Fravor testified before Congress about an encounter he cannot explain. A strange tic-tac-shaped object he says he saw in the sky during a training mission in 2004.
The tech was lit up and everything. You hear all these noises in the ground.
When I was a little girl growing up, we've always heard of the myth of chupacabra.
Something's not right. We all feel fear. We are turning on each other. Jay seems affected by something and doesn't want to leave the circle. I've had enough. And as I walk over the bridge, Billy follows me and something very bizarre happens.
A terrifying creature has been spotted outside of Texas.
But we just came across chicken.
Be sure we have a full clip. Let's go.
Hey, what up, you guys? It is your favorite Arkansas hillbilly here, Ruby Moonshine, and today, I'm going to be continuing a little series that I have not continued in months. Yeah, we're getting back on topic with our Urban Legends series and conspiracy videos and all that jazz. Yeah, we're getting back into the Urban Legend videos about every state in America. This is going to be a doozy. Okay, so I've been postponing this series for two reasons. One, it takes a long time to do the research. I am a one-woman show, and I was having to film, research, write the script, all that. Not to mention I have a job, and a ranch. So yeah, I've been a little busy. Reason is I wanted to experiment more with some content, and I really wanted to experiment with different types of content to see what people like. Apparently y'all like controversial makeup videos. That's my most viewed, long-term video, Also, I rewatched the old Arkansas Urban Legends video, and I realized there is not one video on my channel that I don't accidentally forget to edit or censor something. For mostly swears. That's a lot. That's probably not good. Especially since I was raised Church of Christ. There's no excuses for not catching editing mistakes. I used to be a film student, so why don't I catch these editing mistakes? But anyhow, long story short, yeah, it was good and heavily researched. The editing was Watch me not censor the word Back on topic, let's talk about Texas. Oh, that's not going to get annoying.
So great about dumb old Texas.
Well, Patrick, absolutely nothing. Hey, it's no secret, I actually hate Texas. It's a running gag in my family that I hate it for no apparent reason. And that's a shame, because I secretly was born a Texan.
Damn you! You traitors!
I'm a traitor to my own state. I don't even know why I hate Texas. It's a running gag in my family that I just hate it for no apparent reason. There's nothing to hate about. Okay, I take that back. Take a look at their politicians. Then again, we have Sarah Huckabee and Tom Cotton. I don't have a clever pun for his name. It's not like I hate the state. I mean, I would care if the gods decide wipe that bastard off the face of the earth and sink it into the ground, San Andreas style, mostly because I'm in the state right next to it. But, I can already hear the cowboy keyboard warriors in my comment section. I was a Texican born and raised. Yeah, I'm sorry for your situation. That's not my fault. I better quit running my mouth before I get shot. After all, them Texans love their firearms. But then again, so do I. I'm leaving that in the video just in case any of you Texans get any bright ideas. After all, y'all do have anger issues. Then again, so do I. Oh my god, I'm an actual Texan! My mother was right! I'm going to shut up and continue on with the video. So sit back, relax, grab a beer, because we're going over The urban legends of Texas. The chupacabra. Oh my god, I love this fucking urban legend from when I was a kid. Like, seriously, it was my hyperfixation and everything. Like, I would draw chupacabras. I would literally want to go see a chupacabra. One day there was a mangy dog in our neighborhood and I immediately assumed it was a chupacabra. Literally, the chupacabra is the reason that I am such a big fan of the Xoloitzcuintle. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. I'm sorry, I'm Southern and I have a lisp. So, long story short, for those who do not know, the Xoloitzcuintle is one of the oldest dog breeds ever. Well, I don't know if it's the oldest dog breed, but I do know it's one of the oldest dog breeds ever, and they were used by the Mayans. They basically worshipped them like Egyptians worshipped cats, only they also sacrificed them to the gods. Also known as the Mexican hairless dog, the Xoloitzcuintle is one of the most beautiful breeds of dogs in my opinions. Here's the funny part. I literally found this article stating that the Xoloitzcuintle may be a result of the chupacabra. And that the most famous stuffed chupacabra may actually be a Xoloitzcuintle. Like, just a Xoloitzcuintle. Which is pretty funny if you think about it. There are so many chupacabra reports down in Texas. Literal Game and Fish had to issue a statement saying if you see a chupacabra, please don't approach it or try to film it or do any of that weird, stupid shit. Because it may actually just be a mangy dog. Instead, report it to them. Which, I mean, like, okay, that sounds a bit crazy, but how do we know that we're just supposed to report it to you? Like, just somebody reporting it as people as a mangy dog and the men in black just being like,
I am just a figment of your imagination.
I don't know. I'm going to say this as someone who was a huge fan of the urban legend growing up. Again, it was my hyperfixation. It was my obsession. But I'm going to have to say that this urban legend is not real. At least the one down in Texas. Now, the Puerto Rican description of the chupacabra, yes, there's a Puerto Rican description. The Puerto Rican description of a chupacabra looks like something out of the Black Lagoon. To say that the Texas urban legend of the chupacabra is a hoax. It's not real. But the one down in Puerto Rico may be. I mean, it has two different descriptions of the creature. One looking like a mangy dog, one looking like... But the one down in Puerto Rico, I don't know. I just went over the one in Texas. Yeah, two different descriptions. And this is a relatively new legend. Like, the chupacabra has only been around since, I'd say, the late 90s. Maybe 80s. At least that's what the farthest reports that I went back to said. So I'm just going to say that I personally believe, okay, so I personally believe that it's a hoax. It's not real. I don't know what's going on in Puerto Rico, but I personally believe that the one in Texas is not real. It's just a mangy dog, Xoloitzcuintle, whatever. Mangy whatever.
Ricky has said he saw some sort of something inside the aircraft.
Aliens! How could we not talk about aliens on this list? Literally, there's like 400 UFO sightings a year in Texas. So there are so many UFO sightings a year in Texas. How could I possibly cover them all? Like I said, 400 at the most. But I could not possibly cover over that many UFO sightings. So we're just going to discuss one that stood out to me that I have the police report linked to in my description if you want to go check it out yourself. But anyhow, the one I'm covering happened in Madisonville, Texas, which their alien problem is so problematic that the farmers are complaining that the aliens are getting their cows. Yes, the aliens are coming after the cows, just like in the movies. I'll say this as a beef cattle farmer, if any of you aliens get the bright idea of showing up at my ranch and messing with my cows, police station, and reporting that I shot 5 little green alien bodies in the front yard, and I will take that secret to the grave, men in black. But yeah, just a shout out to the aliens. If I caught any of you motherfuckers messing with my cows, y'all would be going back to your ship with bullet holes all up in ya. I don't know if that would kill you or not, because again, you are aliens, but I don't know. But yeah, you would not be coming back not unharmed. Unless aliens can't get harmed by bullet holes. I didn't think of that before writing that joke. I don't know. So 8 farmers go out into their field to find 8 different cows just dead. Precision, like surgical cuts all over their bodies. Some had their privates removed. The grass was undisturbed. Like, and there was no blood, signs of a struggle, signs that the cow put up a struggle. None of the other cows would go near it. These farmers even reported that days later that nothing had touched the bodies. Like, they were just not even decomposing right. Like, it was weird. It's weird. I'd highly recommend you go read the article yourself. I'm not doing it justice. I'm saying it's a weird police report, and I highly recommend you go read it yourself. Like I said, I don't know what the happened to these cows, if it was aliens or not. I mean, it's been literally confirmed by the government that aliens do exist.
Do you believe that our government is in possession of UAPs?
Absolutely, based on interviewing over 40 witnesses over 4 years. I know the exact locations.
I have no idea if I don't know if I even believe in aliens. I don't know. I mean, there's like billions of light years in the universe. How could we just be the only planet with life on it? So I'm not above believing of an advanced civilization of which we have no idea of, that lives in outer space, that's coming down to research us or use us as guinea pigs or any of that weirdness. But yeah. The old Addison Bridge connects the 2 counties of Delton and Copper Canyon. Built in the 1800s by the King's Iron Bridge Company, the bridge was initially used for carriages, horses, and cowboys taking their cows across the river during cattle drives. Also the subject for many urban legends, including this one I'm about to share. According to the most talked about urban legend, an African-American entrepreneur named Oscar Washburn or Westburn? I may be reading that wrong. I have my script right here. I'm sorry if y'all see me looking down and like looking at something. I'm looking at my script. Legend. A African-American entrepreneur farmer by the name of Oscar Washburn was a goat farmer. He basically just raised goats, and he was notorious for his meats, cheeses, and hides. I mean, that sounds delicious. I love goat cheese. Goat cheese is delicious. And I used to raise goats. And we used to make our own goat milk, goat cheese, and it was absolutely delicious. But anyhow, I'm getting off topic. One day in the 1930s, Oscar Washburn decides, hey, I'm going to promote my farming business, which as a white woman, I've done way worse as a farmer with promoting some of my farming business. My dad used to make me, like, he would come out there with take me out there with like a 12 cartons of eggs and make me, do y'all want some eggs? Do y'all want some eggs? I got sprayed by a multitude of watering hoses, and I don't blame those people one bit. Little 12-year-old me getting sprayed by a watering hose because I peddled eggs. All he did was hang a sign saying, "This way to the goat man," and for all your meat, cheeses, and all that. He was just promoting his business. Apparently that pissed off the satanic piss babies of the South. And by satanic piss babies of the South, I mean the Klan. Literally, okay, I personally believe that the Klan is a satanic cult, and I say that as a pagan. I say that as a pagan. I believe that it's a satanic cult. Because some of the stuff that they do, I'm like, so you're burning crosses, you're sacrificing people in the name of your God sometimes, and sometimes just downright killing them for no apparent reason. You're meeting in the woods with white rope. How is this not out of a horror movie. I'm not even joking. Like, it is, like, true. It is disturbing and sick that people have that much hatred in their hearts for people. But, I mean, I'm just saying, evangelicals have called lesser things satanic. Cough, cough, Harry Potter. Cough, cough. I'm just saying, it's just, I think it's a satanic cult. I literally think that it's a satanic cult. I'm not even gonna lie. That's my belief. You can believe whatever the hell you want to believe about it. I believe it's a satanic cult. But anyhow, it pissed off the satanic piss babies of the South. And yes, I will refer to them as the satanic piss babies of the South for the rest of this video. But anyhow, the satanic piss babies of the South are just like, hey, we don't like this innocent farmer promoting his innocent little goat farm. Like, let's do something about it. So one day they decide, hey, let's go down to Oscar's house. They go down to Oscar's house and decide to pull him out of the house, take him to the bridge, throw a rope around his neck, and toss him over the bridge. But when the satanic piss babies go down to see their glory of their hate crime, they are shocked to find no one was hanging from the noose. Thinking he might have escaped, they just go down to his house and burn it to the ground, burn his entire farm to the ground with his family inside. Now, this is also a weird thing because multiple people have stated that there has never been an Oscar Washburn living in that town. So I don't know what's going on or if this urban legend's even real, but never in recorded history, there has never been an Oscar Washburn living in that town. So I don't know. I mean, that doesn't mean that the story isn't true. I mean, there could have been a guy by the name of Oscar Washburn. There could have been an actual hate crime. And who knows? Maybe the story is real and they just were dealing with something a little more than human. But anyhow, ever since then, the Goatman Bridge has since been forth known as the Haunted Goatman Bridge. And rumors state that if you shine a light at the other end, you can see Oscar Washburn with the head of a goat in the body of a human. This doesn't even sound like an actual evil, like this sounds like something way more than just your scary entity. It sounds like something that starts with an S and ends with a walker. In my opinion, it sounds like an evil entity that starts with an S and ends with a walker. Rumors state that now you can go to Goatman's Bridge and see the Goatman. Okay, let's discuss my number one fear as a childless cat lady and every deadbeat's number one fear. Children! Not just any children, demonic children. Yeah, you thought you could ghost that succubus after you summoned her. No, she's coming for your child support. Ooh, they're coming for your child support. But yeah, not any ordinary children. I mean, that's horrifying enough. We're talking about demonic children. The black-eyed children, to be exact. Multiple sightings of these kids happen every year. A popular story from a journalist, Brian Bethel, happened in 1998. Anyhow, Brian Bethel was outside of a movie theater. He had just got done watching his movie. He was about to head home when all of a sudden he hears a knock on his window. He turns around to see two kids with pupilless eyes, like completely black eyes, just staring at him. And they were asking, hey, can we have a ride? He was immediately put off by it. I mean, it was the 90s. Everyone hitchhiked, but he felt like really disturbed by this. So much so that he was like, okay, I'm not letting these kids in my car. But he didn't realize that his hands were already headed towards the door to open it. And as soon as he looked down, he immediately realized, hey, something's weird. He quickly drives away. and never looks back, lives to tell the tale. Long story short, now we have this article. And I think I've read some of Brian Bethel's work. Like, probably some famous journalist and I don't even realize it. But long story short, I've heard Brian Bethel's name. Well, anyhow, I hope you have a marvelous day, night, rest of your day. I don't care. I hope you have a wonderful day. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you can tolerate me. And remember, drink water.